All right, Mr. Tipton, you have a video set up? I'm ready.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may share my screen.
You may. Hold on a second. All right, Miss Gallimore, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mr. Tipton, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. The state wants to bring the court's attention to this vehicle that is driving by. This is the vehicle that Miss Gallimore was driving on the day in question.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Miss Gallimore, the sign was out before your car approached the bus. It was not a divided median, so you did have the responsibility to stop. And there were no other cars going through. So tell me why you think I should find in your favor.
Your Honor, when I was coming up on the bus, the yellow lights were passing. By the time I got to the side of the bus, it did turn red. I did not know that because I'm used to the bus going over to the turning lane. I thought that I had time to pass by the bus. I ride this road every day, taking my children back and forth to school. So I did not intentionally, and I thought that the lights were turning yellow, and I had time to pass because once.
Okay, but even so, that's the point, Miss Gallimore. And I hate to say it, but as somebody whose children go to school, that's the point. When you see the lights turning yellow, that is to alert you children are going to be in the vicinity. This bus is stopping. So that's giving you time to stop right there. A yellow is not, I got time to pass the bus. A yellow is, hey, the stop sign is going to come out. I need to stop now.
And I understand that, ma'am. And if you can see, this is a hill. So I'm rolling down the hill. I'm slowing down because I see the yellow, but I thought that I had time to pass the yellow. Because if the bus stop is up a little bit more and I don't understand, oh, it disappeared. And okay, yeah. And I did not know that the bus was going to stop right there because if you can look over to the other side, the entrance to the subdivision is a little bit up. So I thought that.
If you're overthinking this. The bus driver controls where and when the bus stops. What they do is give you an indication that they're going to stop. When you start seeing yellow lights flashing, you know something's about to happen. That's caution. When you see the red thing come out, which in this video clip right here, it's out before your car even approaches the front of the bus. So I don't know how far or you were going downhill, all of that. But when you see a bus pull over, sometimes they pull over for maintenance. Sometimes they pull over to let the kids out. But when you see the yellow lights start flashing, that's when you should prepare to stop because the yellow lights are flashing. What you keep saying to me is not what I want to hear because you keep saying, well, I thought I had time to get by them because I saw the yellow lights. What I need to hear is I saw the yellow lights. So I stopped at that point, or I slowed and was preparing to stop at that point because I know the next thing is the red light is coming out.
And I meant, Your Honor, I just feel like it was I'm not going to say I did not intentionally pass the red light. I thought that the bus was not stopping, and that
you treated it like a yellow light at an intersection. I can just, if I make it through, I'm still good. That's not how you do this. With a school bus, especially now that the fines and fees are $1,000, that's the point that the legislature did, the reason they made the fines so high is because people kept saying, well, it's a yellow light. I just thought I had time.
And now I know, I didn't know that previously. Now I know.
Yes, ma'am. The yellow light is to warn you. That's what I look for. When I take my kids to school, if I see a bus with a yellow light, people can be mad at me as they want to. If you behind me, I'm stopping. I've had bus drivers put their arm out the window and wave me around, and I'm still scared to pass.
Now I know, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So I'm going to, do you need more time to pay? I can give you up to 90 days. I did that for Mr. Hashim. I can do the same for you.
Ma'am, I honestly need more than 90 days, honestly.
I can't work more than 90 days, ma'am. You're gonna have to make it work.
I can't afford it. I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
We
Your
are
Honor.
Just Gallimore, we are all living paycheck to paycheck. All of us.
Your Honor, may we put her on a status calendar in 90 days to see where she is with her payments?
That's fine. All right, try and make your payments, Ms. Gallimore. Mr. Tipton wants to put you on a status calendar on the next available civil red light crossing guard. But for me, the payments need to be made in 90 days. Okay?
I hear you, Your Honor.
All right. And honey, we are all living within the means that we have. I get it. But
It's a lot more than mine. I'm carrying the entire
you
family.
assume.
I guarantee you that.
You assume. All right then. So if you give Mr. Tipton is gonna come back to the courtroom, he'll get your email address and he's gonna make sure that you get a copy of the order with the date by which you should pay or the 90 days, giving you the 90 days to pay, and go ahead and start making that happen, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The appeal is denied per the hearing. All right. Did you have anything else at this time, Mr. Tipton?
No, Your Honor, I do not. I believe that wraps up. I believe that wraps up this calendar.
All right. So, Mr. Tipton, I'm going to let you go down and get those email addresses. Deputy Castro, as soon as Mr. Tipton is finished, then you can shut down the courtroom. We're down for the day. And I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Robinson, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down, Mr. Robinson. You're here with your attorney, Mr. Owen Lynch, who's with the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennett. You're before the court on 2022 CR 01103 for DUI less safe, count 1, reckless driving, count 2, laying drags, count 3, open container, count 4, and open container, count 5. Mr. Lynch, what is your client plea to the offenses before the court?
She's going to enter a no contest plea to count 2. I believe the remainder of the charges are null pursuant to the agreement.
All right, by entering a plea of nolo to 2 reckless driving, counts 1, 3, 4, and 5 will be no pros. You give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. You understand all of these things, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, on October 30th of 2020, deputies with the Clayton County Sheriff's Department responded to the drags on Highway 85 in Clayton County. It was determined that the driver of that vehicle is the driver before you, Mr. Rodriguez Robinson. Mr. Robinson had the strong odor of alcoholic beverage come from his breath. His speech was thick and slurred. His eyes were watery and bloodshot, and there was a shot glass with some kind of pink liquid inside of it. Standardized field sobriety tests were not conducted because the highway was busy at the time. A blood alcohol test was done, yielding a result of 0.074. Your Honor, state's recommendation is for count 2 and count 2 only, 12 months probation, a $1,000 fine, substance abuse evaluation, any recommended treatment, no drugs or alcohol, subject to random testing, 40 hours of community service, and a DUI risk reduction course. All other counts were dismissed per plea negotiations. Nothing further from the state.
Judge, I would ask the court to accept the plea as negotiated. And I have explained the conditions of probation to Mr. Robinson. And I know you're going to say this, so I'll just, as far as the no alcohol condition, not that I think my client would ever violate that, but this is something to be very careful about. The test will. No problem.
Actually, what I was gonna say is, even when this happened, Mr. Robinson, you were too old for this shenanigans and foolishness.
Right.
Open containers in the car all day, every day. From the time you start driving, you know that that's a rule. That's the law. No open containers. Second of all, laying drags, that's just a waste of good tires. What is the point? I just don't even understand. As much as tires cost, y'all just dragging them all out on the street, blocking traffic, getting in people's way. That's just foolishness. And if you want to do those things, there are places that y'all can rent and go out and do those activities where it's not going to impede traffic or cause harm to other people. So I just don't understand people foolishly wasting money. I just really, I don't get it. So that's a new set of tires every time you turn around, and that don't make no sense to me. So I'm going to accept your plea of no law on count 2. Counts 1, 3, 4, and 5 will be no pros. I'll sentence you to 12 months probation, $1,000 fine. With the surcharges, that's going to be $1,420. You're to do a substance abuse evaluation and any treatment that might be ordered, to have no alcohol or illicit drugs during the course of your probation. You're subject to random screens for alcohol and drugs, and you'll do 40 hours of community service and a risk reduction course. Okay. All right. You're going to, the biggest thing that people kind of don't get sometimes is that the quickest way to get rearrested is to miss your probation reports. If you don't report to probation, even if you're not doing the other special conditions that I've ordered you to do, if you don't report to probation, will be arrested and you will have to come back and talk to me again. All right, when you step out into the hallway, you're going to go to your right, courtroom 305. In the first set of double doors, Ms. James will be set up in there. She's our probation expert, and she's going to answer your questions and do your probation intake, okay? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.